For today's video, I'm going to show you how to install the S&S Stealth Air Cleaner for an M8 Softail. First thing you're going to want to do is pull all the hardware out of the back of it. You're going to notice there's an O-ring in there. It's going to be a little tough. Do not pull on it. You're going to have to pull the front cover off in order to get it out without damaging it. Also, for this job, you're going to need some Allens. You're going to need a 5/16, a 5/32, and you're going to need whatever size Allen it's going to take to get your air filter off. I'm not sure what it was for the M8. Once you get the filter off of the housing, you'll see what I'm talking about with the O-ring and pull it off of that arm. Then you're going to take the little plate out, and it has a self-tapping screw that you're going to screw into the housing with the flap sticking up like you see here. Then you're going to want to take the big bolts and washers that came with it and screw them into the housing just to keep them secure. Now you're going to take that O-ring and you're going to have to get it to sit in this little channel here. So what I did was I ended up taking a little bit of RTV silicone. I know most people probably aren't going to agree with that. I put a little bit of it on my tip of my finger and I just ran a bead around the edge of it just to get it to stay in there. Also, don't forget to put blue Loctite on all of the hardware, the 3 smaller bolts and the 2 larger ones on the outside. All of them get blue Loctite. Now when you go to put this on the bike, there's really only one way it's going to work. The screws are going to have to line up. You'll see what I'm saying. Now, if for some reason you put that little plate on earlier with the self-tapping screw on the wrong way, it's not going to fit on the bike. There's really only one way it's going to go. So if that happens, just flip it the other way, screw it in, and it'll work. You'll see what I mean when you have it on there. Now, once I got those inside bolts snugged up, I took the 2 bigger bolts. Those are your breather bolts. And you're going to have to put washers in there between the bike and that housing and that plate that you just put on, that black plate that you just put on. So as you'll see here, I'm going to take the washer and I'm going to put it behind. It's going to take 2 washers. I believe I put 1 in the front and 2 in the back, it calls for. You see how I'm slipping the washer behind that black plate, and then I'm going to put that breather bolt through it and screw it in. Remember, blue Loctite on these also. Now once it's all snugged up, you're going to take a torque wrench and you're going to have 10 to 12 foot-pounds on those big breather bolts, and you're going to do 72 inch-pounds on the smaller ones on the inside, the 3 of them. So again, the big ones are 10 to 12 foot-pounds and the smaller ones are 72 inch-pounds. And those Allen sizes are going to be 5/32 and 5/16. Now that you got everything torqued down, you're going to put the actual filter on the bike. Now there's a seam. I read somewhere that you're supposed to put the seam downward, so that's what I did. I don't know how true it is or if you're supposed to, but I did it anyway. Now you put that plate on, screw the screws in. This is all pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, you put the chrome cap over that black plate. It screws right into that black plate, and you're done. And that's how to install an S&S Stealth Air Cleaner on an M8 Softail. Hope this helped, and thanks for watching.